everybody, and once again, welcome to the Brookport Best Friends podcast. I am your host, Brian, and with me, as usual, is my co-host, Brad.
Hello.
And once again, we'll be talking about whatever pops into our head for the next 2 hours, and hopefully entertaining you while you drive along or hang out or do whatever you're doing.
Trying to get to sleep.
Yeah. I hope we don't bore you to sleep.
I know, but sometimes I'll put on a podcast just to fall asleep too.
Oh, I can't. See, that we're already talking about a topic because I can't. I need complete silence or the child will die. It's like I can't have any noise or music. It has to be white noise, like a fan running, or nothing at all.
Yeah.
Like anything with like a change in voice or a change in tone or different, like music, I'd be like, what in the hell is that?
Well, every once in a while, I'll wake up to whatever it is that I'm watching that YouTube thinks I need to be watching at the time at 3 o'clock in the morning. And usually it's about science stuff, black holes, space, weird stuff, quantum mechanics. I don't know.
Was Hitler actually a dinosaur? Stay tuned.
The mustache was fake.
Yeah. He was a lizard man. Hi, welcome to Dark 5. And we'll be you remember that YouTube channel, Dark 5?
No.
That was the guy that he talked like this, and it was always about like creepy, weird stuff.
Oh.
He'd be like, today on Dark 5, there'll be lizard people and also an alien. Is he a proctologist? Who knows? And it was like, I'm going to go to sleep.
Well, that stuff's running in the news right now.
Aliens?
Aliens, yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Distract. Man, I don't know if I believe in aliens or not. I kind of like 50-50 on it.
Well, right now they're saying like angels and demons and aliens are like interchangeable, vice versa.
Okay, so if we're going by that, and if we're going to make that leap in things to where, aliens are also divine or like infernal, which is what you'd call demons infernal and angels divine, then wouldn't that technically mean God's an alien too?
Do you know what? I didn't even think of that, but yeah.
Well, so then you're just worshiping an alien. And like if that's true, then it's really not divinity at all. It's actually just technology.
Like pre-flood civilizations, like who were they worshiping? Like all them pictures, all the. I see you're ready to.
I'm ready to.
You're ready to jump in.
This is one of my favorite fucking topics.
But no, that's just what I've been seeing. Like the pre-flood civilizations, like all the stuff that's represented the weird people with the dog heads on the Egyptian walls and all that. Like, where did it come from? They must have been something.
There is a common theme amongst almost every people on the planet, and you have these certain divine beings, and they're represented over and over again. So, like, again, with like Native American stuff, they have, like Sky Guy, and then there's Earth Mother, and then there's nature being.
Yeah.
And again, in European society, it's the same thing. You have Zeus, you have Thor, you have not Punaz. What is his name? Punor, I believe it is, for the Sumanesco people, which is Russian, Slavic gods is what I'm trying to get at. And then the Greeks had, again, I said Zeus, and then Rome had Jupiter. So there's common theme all across the world of different groups that had no contact, and they all share this common like pantheon of deities.
Yeah.
Only the minor stories are different. And I've always described it as this, like, suppose that you have an uncle and your brother has an uncle and your brother moves away and your uncle visits both you and your brother. You'll have different stories for the same guy. So your brother will be like, man, you remember when Uncle Ricky jumped into the pool butt naked? You're like, no, I wasn't there, but Uncle Ricky works on my car. Uncle Ricky never works on my car, your brother says. So these are different stories for the same being.
I got you.
You sort of get what I'm saying?
I got you.
So as a god, you would find them represented in different places by different stories.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it's like, oh, my God doesn't do that. Are you sure he wasn't just doing it for somebody else? Because there's a lot of you.
Right.
A rain god in the desert is more important than a rain god in a swamp. You know what I'm saying?
Or it could have been different, quote unquote, small g gods
Yeah.
for different areas for different peoples.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was thinking there for a little bit too. Like
Yeah.
it might have been the same race of whatever. Let's okay. I'm looking
The
into
Anunnaki.
the Anunnaki. That's what
Are
I.
you trying to talk about the Anunnaki?
Yeah, that's been going, making the cycle right now. It seems
Yeah.
like it will every other year. The Anunnaki will come back in vogue.
Yeah. I don't know how much I believe in that stuff, but I do think that stuff that has a common theme all the way across the world is more likely to be true than individual things that are so fantastical that there's no way to confirm or deny them. It's like, yeah, well, you're kind of making shit up.
Well, let's even look at the flood.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're trying to say it's the younger dryast impact theory,
Yeah.
which caused the flood.
Yeah.
And then all these other religions and all these other stories and all about floods.
Yeah.
Not just Noah, but what is it? The Epic of Gilgamesh, and then there's a bunch of them.
Here's the thing about that is like, but you look at the stories that have floods, they're all sort of Babylonian in origin. Like Judaism is actually a Babylonian cult. It's an offshoot of Babylonianism because Yahweh, as he's named, was a part of a pantheon. That's the reason why in the Bible he says, "Let us make man in our image." If it's one dude, does he have multiple personality disorder? Why is he saying our image? And most people are like, well, he's talking to Jesus at that time. It's like, why would you be talking to Jesus at the time when he hasn't been born yet, hasn't been conceived yet, hasn't been thought of yet? It's a complex issue.
It really is. I was like, are they trying to say something about the Holy Trinity as being? See, I don't even understand that one.
If you try to shoehorn and make Christianity or Judaism or Islam a monotheistic religion, it doesn't fit. If you consider it as a supreme deity in a pantheon of deities, it does fit. But that elevates enemies such as Satan and Lucifer up into the point of being deified also. And that's why there's this big, hands-off situation with it, because you're making the devil a god too, because it's a pantheon.
A lot of people are saying that he actually was the good guy.
It's really all I can say about that. I don't know, man. His literal name is adversary. I don't know how good someone can be that is the adversary.
I watch a lot of weird stuff.
I do too.
Let's just say that.
My hobbies are reading old mythology and stuff. I love the hell out of it. Because a lot of like our culture and the reason why things are the way they are is based on these old ancient beliefs that we had that was the framework of all society. So why are we like ignoring it and being like, oh, that's evil. That's evil. How do you understand how to defeat evil if you don't understand evil itself? It can wear 1,000 faces. So how are you going to know you're dealing with evil if you don't understand evil itself? And I'm not saying study and worship it. I'm saying, when someone slaps me in the face, like if I was a boxer and I know my enemy does right hooks, I probably want to study his right hook and know the counter to it. That's basically what I'm getting at.
I got you.
It's not safe to a lot of people to think like that, but those people are not very bright. I don't know how to.
I mean, I like to look into that kind of stuff just to know what the other side is thinking.
Yeah. Oh, well, I got some. I study a lot again. And have you ever looked at a statue of Moloch or Baal? There's an illustration of Baal in the Bible or in lots of old Bibles. You might have seen it. It's a golden bull with his arms outstretched, and a high priest is putting a baby into his arms. Have you seen that?
Yes, I have.
On the sides of his head, he has curly cues where like his hair is grown out, and he has a little golden not jewel, what is it, a coin at the end of each of his braids.
Okay.
Now you look at Hasidic Jews, the sides of their heads have the exact same hairstyle. You ever notice that?
I have. Somebody actually asked me one time if I was Jewish.
What'd you tell them?
No.
No.
I was like, why, where did you come up with this? Why would you think that? It's like, oh, you got a beard.
So the Amish have beards.
Yeah, I was like, are you thinking of Amish? I'm like, no. Well, my hair's long too, so there might have
Yeah.
been some hair sticking out the back of my hat or something. I don't know, but it wasn't curly queuing down the sides.
No, I don't know where people would get that from you. You don't have a very Jewish look to you.
No.
But plus you're doing manual labor, so you can't be. Dear baby Jesus, I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Be with the pygmies.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, that sort of stuff interests the hell out of me. I love theology, and I love study of old ancient civilizations and their beliefs, and like a lot of our stuff has stuff to do with that. Like it originated from that stuff.
I'm just now getting into it, so there's a lot that you could probably teach me that if I got questions later on, because I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where to start.
Well, I start with what interests you. That's the best place to go. Is you jump into the deep end, you'll be like, man, I've read 300 names for the same weird, weak god. I really don't want to know this. Yeah, you just got to focus on what's actually applicable to you and how it interests you. That's what you do.
I mean, it started with the Dead Sea Scrolls,
Mm-hmm.
and then they were talking about how the apocryphal books of the Bible, they kept them out.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, well, why did they keep that out?
Well, it was largely the opinion of the priests at the time forming the Bible in the Council of Nicaea at the time. They didn't want certain elements of the things didn't fit, and other stories didn't seem relevant, and others were not confirmed to be actual like biblical scripture.
Gotcha.
So yeah, like the Book of Enoch is probably the most famous one.
Yeah.
And they just decided, this really doesn't fit. It's contrary to a couple other places in the Bible, and it's like, let's leave this out.
The thing about the giants,
Yeah,
because what started that one was I was looking at something they were talking about the Saudi Arabia had the giants, the Kandahar giant or whatever the name of it is.
I don't know. I'm unfamiliar with that.
They said the soldiers were at a cave and there's a big old giant with red hair, and they got in a fight with it, and he killed them all. Then they brought him back up, and then the soldiers ended up capturing him. So supposedly the Middle East has a bunch of giants still left around.
I don't think so.
And then that turned into, well, if giants are still real, and they are real, and they talked about them in the Bible, but there was also somebody said that the measurement for, let's say, the giant at the time of David and Goliath, they said he could either be 6'7" or 10'2".
Yeah,
it depends on what is the measurement of height.
A cubit.
That's it. That's the exact word.
Yeah.
Depending on whose cubit you're going by.
Yeah.
It could be one of the two heights. I was like, well, 6'7", that ain't very giant. We got guys in the NBA that are over 7 foot tall. We don't consider them giants.
But like based on ancient accounts and the nutrition values of people at that time, that 6'7" would be a giant, because it's like, man, most of those people were 5'3" to 5'5".
Yeah.
You were tall if you were 5'7". And it's like, but it's because of the nutrition values of that time. People weren't eating protein a lot, or they were, or that was like not enough, or there'd be famines. There's all sorts of elements that went on to make people like not grow as tall and not as strong.
Look at North Koreans.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a prime example right there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like a lot of these tribes in the middle of like nowhere currently, like in the Amazon, they're short and they're small and they're not very strong. And it's due to dietary issues. So yeah, like a biblical giant, like what was it, Goliath, may have been only about 6'2" to 6'5", and he'd be freaking huge. And if he was well fed, he'd probably seem strong as an ox to him.
Yeah, if he's like one of the best soldiers, I'm sure he gets
Yeah.
the best rations, the best
Yeah.
whatever.
Or it could be a metaphor for the only way to stop a heavy infantry advance is to use slingers. because rocks are blunt objects, and armor doesn't stop a blunt object from delivering kinetic energy to a skull.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It could be that. There's lots of tricks. There's lots of tricks. Old stories that are usually mythological have a moral that is very useful to the people at the time.
Mm-hmm.
That was how you conveyed information and made it memorable. Is through that. Ring Around the Rosie. I'm sure you heard the story. Ring Around the Rosie, pocket full of posies.
Is flowers or something?
Yeah. Flowers in the pocket. Ashes, ashes, you all fall down. You got to burn the corpses, or everyone's going to be sick.
Yeah.
It's a story. So you tell your kids, we burned the corpses so that we all don't get, sickness. I don't understand. Ring around the fucking Rosie, kid. Your face turns red, you drop down dead, and we have to burn you too. That's what we mean.
Well, if we're going with nursery rhymes or whatever those things are considered,
yeah,
then what was the deal with the kid up in the tree?
I don't know. Which one are you talking about?
The rockabye baby.
Oh.
In the treetop.
I don't know. I heard that story, but I don't remember what it was in relation to. It might have been a king. There was a story about a king of some sort, I think.
He's like, I got this kid. I'm just going to put him in a tree. I'm tired of looking at him.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense unless you think that the tree is the Tower of London. And when the bough breaks, if you don't have any children, the cradle will fall, and the entire house will fall, and there'll be no next king, and your entire line dies. So you have to have a boy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just going by guess.
I thought cradle could have a double meaning, like cradle of society.
No, well, that's true. If you don't have any kids, society falls too.
Who knows what they're talking about?
When the bough breaks, when your family line, when the tree branch of your family tree breaks, your entire family will die. Oh my God!
I think we just figured it out.
You just figured it out. Or it could be Satan. It's a story about Satan in a cradle. I don't know, man.
No, that was Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah. Humpty Dumpty. Now, that one I don't know. It was probably about a kid that was really fragile and he fell off a wall and all the king's horses and men couldn't put his ass back together again.
You broke your arm.
Because he was Mr. Glass from that movie.
And then he got an infection and died.
Yeah. Yeah. We're getting into some weird stuff now. The theology stuff, I know. This stuff, not so much.
Well, we need to look into the theology of old nursery rhymes and old sayings, too. Because you always wondered where certain phrases that you still use come from.
Yeah.
I wonder that all the time. I talked to somebody yesterday.
Yeah.
I was delivering a package, and I said, how you doing this evening? She says, fair to middling.
No, I've never heard that.
Fair to middling. I've heard it a lot growing up, but I've never used it myself. And I was like, where is fair to middling? Where does that come from?
That I don't know.
What is a middling? I don't know how to do that.
I don't know. Fair to middling.
I guess I'm saying it right.
I guess sounds fine. It's probably an old Scots-Irish freaking saying that
fair to middling.
That means, I haven't pooped myself today, so it's been a good day. I don't know. Scurvy kept the scurvy away for another day. Thank God. But past that, man, I don't know. There's a lot of weird Appalachian sayings that are like, I don't know where they came from. Well, they came from Scots-Irish, but there's you see that thing side-goggling down through there? You ever heard that?
Side-goggling?
Yeah.
No.
It means meandering, going left, not straight, curvy, off.
Serpentine.
Yeah. So, yeah, that sort of thing. And poke is a bag. I don't know why it's a bag. I don't know. I don't know why we say these things.
We could do a whole episode on just what is it? Etymology?
Yeah, I guess so.
Of just certain words and phrases.
Yeah, I like looking that stuff up, like the origin of words. I can't give you any examples right now.
Well, I think one of them that everybody tried to in high school or grade school was look into the word fuck and where it came from.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's 100 different. Well, there's one or two. And the one I heard was the English longbowman was fighting the French, and the French said they were going to cut the middle finger off of every Englishman once they invaded England, and the English longbowmen killed them all. And as like the knights were leaving the field, they held up their middle finger and said "fuck you" or "pluck you," as in there. We still got our bow plucking finger, so
Yeah, it went from pluck you,
yeah.
but what? I mean, they spoke English, didn't they? Who were you talking about?
English and the French.
Yeah,
English.
Well, okay, well,
Here's the problem with that story. It's also common in German, the word "fuck." So it can't be that, because the German didn't have no dog in the hunt.
I didn't know that was a German word.
Yeah, "fickadoo" is "fuck you."
Oh,
So yeah, it's in German too. I mean, it's probably in 100 different ways. So it can't be that. It can't be that.
I don't know.
I don't know either. But anyway, so
Yeah, what were we talking about again?
I don't remember. I got a story to tell though.
Okay.
Who you want to learn about? So, all right. I go for a walk every morning. I know I mentioned that before. I go for a walk, and it's sort of my way of waking up and enjoying nature. I see the sunlight coming through the trees. It feels great. That's how I wake myself up. I use natural sunlight, and I drink a little bit of caffeine when I get back. It takes me about 30 minutes to walk up and down the road. And there's a guy that stops every freaking day. I don't know how he knows I am out on that road walking, but he stops and is like, "Hey there, wild man," every single time. And like he stops, he says that, and usually we'll have a small polite conversation. And he always mentions, "Well, I'm building my house. I gotta get to it. I'll see you later." And I said, "Okay, see ya." And right then I was like, I know what this guy's doing. I know what he's
Just
doing.
being pleasant.
No, I it's never so simple. This is a tactic amongst many blue collar people, is that they will be friendly and then they'll mention that they have work to do and they'll look at you expectingly. You know what I'm saying?
No one's ever done that to me.
Really?
They look at me and be like, "This dude doesn't even know what a hammer looks like."
Good news. I don't either. So I don't know why they think I do.
He got the beard. He's like, "Wild man."
Yeah.
So he's like, "Wild man, why don't you come help me?"
Yes. I knew he had been working on me for probably 2 or 3 months. Every time he saw me out there, "Hey there, brother, what's up? I'm going to go work on my car, or I'm working on my house," blah, 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 blah. And he sort of, mentions labor, and he'll sort of look at me. I'll be like, "Huh? Well, it's going to be hot. Remember to drink water, buddy. See you later."
Make sure to check the AC.
And then one day he pulled up and he was like, "Do you go to church?" "No, I don't. I don't. I have no interest in going to church. I rather enjoy my Sundays, peace and quiet. That's how I do it." He was like, "Oh, well, gotta get to it." And I was like, "Okay." Well, I knew what he was hinting at there. You see, there's a common tactic to mention labor and then try to morally obligate you to do it for them.
Oh, so he's
Yeah.
like, "You want to go to church?"
No,
That's
was
what
like,
I thought he was.
he
wanting.
was hoping that I'd be like, "Yeah, man, I'm real religious." He'd be like, "Well, the Lord says help your neighbor. Why don't you come on over and help me like build the roof today?" And when I went, "No, I don't." Well, he finally popped the question about 2 or 3 days ago.
Oh, okay. So his
finally
ulterior
came out.
motives came out.
Yeah, he was
Gotcha.
like, "Why don't you come and help me?" No, man. I honestly was a little insulted, and I kind of blurted out something. It wasn't really rude, but I was like, "Hell, I wouldn't be willing to do that if you were paying me." And I said that, and I was like, "Listen, I'm disabled. My back won't handle it. My knees won't handle it. My hands won't handle it. I can't do any of that. I'm sorry." He's like, "Oh, well, okay." And he just left. And I'm like, "Yep, I knew it was coming." He mentions it every time. He was hoping I'd volunteer. Like, "Yeah, I got nothing better to do. Hey, why don't I just come and, do construction?"
That's what I would love nothing more to do on my day off than just work nonstop.
Yeah, 98-degree heat, and I'm going to be out there, throwing some nails for free to someone I don't even know their first name. That's exactly what I'm going to fucking do. I don't know your last name. But that's like, it's coming. He's tried to morally obligate me to do it, and he's mentioned it a lot, hoping I'd volunteer. It is coming. And it came. And then the other day, he stopped again. He's like, hey, I got a whole bunch of steel in the back. Why don't you hop in and help me? I said, no. I just kept walking. And here's the problem with it is that he's relying on a moral thing amongst people in close-knit areas. This moral obligation that if someone says they need your help, then you obviously volunteer to help them. Or like they act like they want your help, then you're supposed to volunteer automatically and jump on board with this labor. And like, here's the problem. Here's something I want to like tell everybody. Never agree to that shit. Because there's no like you're agreeing to be free labor for an undisputed amount of time, an undisputed job that you don't even know what you're going to be freaking doing. And now you're going to be stuck at a job site and feeling like, man, I said I'd help him. So you've morally obligated yourself to this person. And you're like, man, now I'm 40 foot up on scaffolding, freaking welding together something. And like, I'm not even making a cent to do it. You know what I'm saying?
I was just getting ready to say, what's funny?
What?
We just used professional free labor.
That we did. Nick, thank you.
Nicholas Alexander Hammett Christensen, his full Christian name. He's a professional electrician.
Yep.
And he came over and looked at my ceiling fan. And I said, my man, I know your time is precious.
Mm-hmm.
How much I can give you some money? I got cash. He's like, nah, don't worry about it.
No.
And he wouldn't even come over if it wasn't for my mom pestering his mom. And then his mom saying, why don't you go over there and just look at it?
Yeah.
Because I think he had looked at it once before real quick with my dad and just said, yeah, just buy a new one. And I was like, no, man, I know it's just one wire. It's got to be.
Mm-hmm.
Sure enough, it was just one wire.
Yeah.
But it took the professional electrician, what did it take him, 5 minutes?
Yeah, maybe at most. He looked at it, saw that the wires were all twisted up, and he fixed it. But even then, see, he knew exactly what I was talking about. Because he was like, there's no end date. There's no agreed upon pay.
Yep.
Now, if you'd walked in and said, hey, there's something wrong with the wiring in my house, can you help me? That right there is like, well, this could be a 3-minute job. It could be a 6-month job. Why would I agree to that shit?
Well, the fan works now. Thank you, Nick.
Yeah.
The Gator Pit Studios has a fan now, so whenever I'm sitting there playing the drums, I'm not sweating my balls off.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
It's very nice. And plus, seeing him and hanging out with him was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I wish he could stay for 3 or 4 more hours and talk about old times and have a good time. But he had to get on there. He's got a family, and we got a podcast to do, and here we are.
He did want to make one rebuttal.
What was that? Oh, yeah.
The 3-wheeler that was...
yeah, the 3-wheeler I wrecked was his. It wasn't mine. I got I was telling 2 stories at once, and I forgot that it was a different 3-wheeler.
It was his 3-wheeler that went in the lake.
Yeah. I wrecked his 3-wheeler, and mine was a piece of crap, but it was his. I wrecked his. Yeah, I completely forgot it was his.
What did he say? He was sitting there listening to the podcast while he was driving to Nashville or something.
Yeah.
He was sitting there yelling at the radio, that was my 3-wheeler.
Yeah. I think when I got home that night, I was like, wait a minute, that was Nick's 3-wheeler. Why didn't I say that was mine?
I couldn't remember, honestly.
Yeah, it was. That was before I got mine. That's right. Yeah, so yeah, it was his. Well, it flies wonderful. It didn't run so well afterwards, but man, it could really take off.
It floats.
Yeah.
We do know that.
It makes a wonderful pontoon boat, especially if you're just one person, Justin Baker, and you're riding on the wheels trying to get back to the shore. But yeah, that was his. That's the redaction. On a couple of podcasts ago, we told a story about a wrecked 3-wheeler that wasn't ours. Oh, but anyway, yeah.
But anywho, he, I wonder if he'll ever come back out to the road again to ask you. I wonder if he's like still gonna keep at you for this foreseeable future. Be like, I'm gonna get this guy one of these days to come in here and help me.
Oh, the guy.
Yeah, the guy out on the road.
Bro, I don't know.
You think he's gonna keep like every day? Like, I'm gonna get him.
I think he will.
I'm gonna rope him in.
I think he will. But again, it's one of those like middle lower class things where it's like people assume that you have a moral obligation to do something for free for them and labor for them, and there's no top end. It's just till the cows come home or hell freezes over or whichever. It's like, and like a lot of people would be like, man, you're just an asshole. You're supposed to help people. It's like, man, no. You realize that I don't know this guy from fucking Adam. He's not a neighbor. He's someone who lives conveniently on the road I walk on. Past that point, I don't fucking know the guy.
Yeah.
So the answer is a resounding no. Because whatever I'm going, like, he could be like, yeah, man, get up there on top of the roof and help me lift 400 pounds of concrete for whatever harebrained half-ass construction project I have. Or it could be like, hey, just pick up the nails off the ground. Either way, I'm having a badass day because it's 98 degrees out here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what? That it makes me mad. This idea that you're entitled to my labor and my time.
You know what grinds my gears?
Yeah,
is when I see people on Facebook Marketplace looking for something. You know, like I'm looking for so and so to do such and such a job.
Yeah, and they got a list of demands for it.
Like willing to pay you.
Yeah.
Oh, come on now.
It's like, it's always the funny ones. It's like, I need a babysitter. Has to be willing to work from the hours of midnight till 3 p.m. the next day. Must be willing to provide your own meals and cook for the children. Pay $15. It's like, you're out of your fucking mind.
Yeah, I heard a story about that.
Yeah.
This lady was basically watching the kid for almost free.
Yeah.
And then when she quit to go get an actual real job, that lady was so mad.
Yeah.
Like, well, you had a good thing going here. I don't see why, blah, blah, blah.
Good thing going? I was an indentured servant. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, the way she explained it, she was barely getting any money. Had to, like you said, had to provide your own meals.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm watching your kid, I am raiding your fridge.
Yeah, you best be cooking me meals and paying me on top of it. You're out of your mind.
Yeah, make the kid one meal and me two.
Yeah, it's like people just don't understand what someone else's time is worth. And I went on that like lecture, like what the second or first episode, where I was like, people just don't have a concept of what their time's worth. And even worse, they have no concept what your time is worth. Your time is worthless to them. They're entitled to it. They believe that they should be able to waste it because guess what? It's not theirs.
Well, I tell you, if I would have given Nick what his time was actually worth, would be more than I would have been willing to pay him.
Yeah.
And what I've been willing to pay him is a scratch in the bucket.
Yeah.
It ain't going to do him a dadgum bit of good. Let's just say that.
Well, it's like
my measly $20 in nothing.
For like a laborer to come in and do that, it would have been $90 an hour. Like just starting. And that wasn't counting like whatever fees they tacked on it. Like they'd probably charge you for a little wing nut he put on the wire. And it'd been $40, $50 more dollars, even though it was like a 39-cent part. But it's like, he did you a big solid. He's done me a solid. He rewired my entire goddamn garage for a case of beer.
Oh.
So he is a saint in my mind.
Okay, well, a case of beer, which let's see, what's that? $25 now?
I have no idea.
Oh, that's for the 30 pack.
I knew I was getting a deal. He could have told me to buy him 5 of them, and I've been like, I'm still getting the deal.
Mm-hmm.
But I was fine with it.
Yeah, I got another buddy that he charges what his time is actually worth.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I'm like, you got a friends and family discount?
Yeah.
But he did do me a solid one time
when
he put the siding up on my garage.
Yeah. That's good. It's different for, like, again, I'm the same way. Like, if anyone feels they're entitled to my time, it's a hard no unless I'm getting well compensated for it. But like people that helped me out in the past, that's different. Like if someone asked me, like, "Hey, come over here and help me move a couch," I'd be like, okay. If it was like you or CW or Nick or Danny or any of them people, but like a random person, I was like, my rule is if you've never done anything for me, you're not entitled for me to do anything for you. Period. Like there's none of this. I do you a solid, and then one day in the future, I may hope to have you do me a solid. No, 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 no. Because I know how that goes. I, like, look at it. Weigh the cost of all this. Like, suppose that you had plumbing you needed done, and you have a random buddy that, I'll come over and do it, and he doesn't know what he's doing. He gets in there, you're in for a freaking pound already. He gets in there, he tears apart the pipes, he wrecks everything, and he does it wrong.
Yeah.
Now you're paying to have someone come fix his mistake on top of the time you wasted paying him to do it for on the cheap. Or you can just get a contractor, a licensed like electrician or plumber or something to come over and do it. And if they do it wrong, you say, bring your ass back here and fix it or I'm suing. And then they come and fix it, period, because they're licensed.
Yeah.
So why would you not be like, all right, yeah, it's $200, but I guarantee it's going to be fixed right the first time, as opposed to Shade Tree Mechanic that's going to remove your engine and put in, the engine of a Kawasaki Ninja 230 into your Ford or whatever, and it's going to explode and throw you through the windshield, and now you're a mess.
See, I grew up with the gotta fix it yourself.
Yeah,
we ain't got time. And usually when my dad would fix it, we'd have to get somebody else to come in and fix what my dad tried to fix.
Yeah. See, I've been through that too. I lost a freaking car because of that Shade Tree Mechanic bullshit. My Ford Focus.
Oh.
Remember, like, I was working for Nick. We went across country. I came back and mice had eaten the wiring harness in my car. And I paid, Jalopy Joe Shade Tree Mechanic to get in there and fix it. And he used speaker wire to rewire the car. It wrecked the computer, and I lost the entire car because of it. It messed it up good. Now, it was, again, a Ford Focus that was about 10 years old. So it wasn't exactly like a high, like if that had been a good car, I'd have been madder than Hornet. Like I'd have been tap dancing on his face.
I didn't know that's what got rid of the Focus.
Yeah, that's exactly why I had to get rid of the Focus and buy the truck. He spent like a day, and again, he did it for $50 and a case of beer. And he got under there on the hood, and like it didn't run right. And he finished up. He said, "That'll do it." And he disappeared with his beer and his money. And I tried to drive it around the block, and it was literally dying over and over again. I had to restart it. It'd run for a little bit and die. And then I took it to the dealership, and they're like, "This is wired with speaker wire. Wrong gauge. It's wired wrong. It's all messed up." And I'm like, how much would it cost to fix it? And they're like, $2,000-$3,000. So, and I was like, the car's only worth $6,000. So I'm out of a car. So I might as well have just skipped the process, took it to the dealership, who could have ordered the wiring harness that had been chewed through and probably replaced it for about $200, $300. All because I used Jalopy Joe's fucking Shade Tree Mechanic of some dude that worked in a junkyard, and it was a friend of an acquaintance of somebody's daughter.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, just pay someone licensed to do it right the first time. Yeah, you're going to be out $300 to $500, but the some bitch is going to run at the end of it.
Sometimes you got to bite the bullet.
Yeah. You can either pay your cousin Tony to wire your house and buy a new house when it burns the fuck down, or you can just pay someone to do it right. Pay someone that knows.
So thank you, Nick.
Yeah.
Shout out also to Josh Hemphill.
Yeah.
He does construction.
Yeah, Nick and Josh know what they're doing. I mean, any man that appears on your doorstep, "Hey, man, see you got car trouble. Mind if I take a shot at it?" No, get the hell out. Like, here's another story. I had a tree go down, this old oak tree in my backyard. Fell down after a big storm, pair of tornadoes or whatever.
Where you're at now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was back by the propane tank. It fell over and landed on my garage.
Gotcha.
And I had a series of, there's a trailer park up the road a ways, and I had a series of people from the trailer park come by. I'll cut that down for $1,000. I said, no, I'd rather just buy the chainsaw and do it myself. If I'm going to fuck up my garage, I'm going to have fun doing it. And finally, one of them showed up there, and he was like, I'll cut it down for you. I said, man, I'm not paying you $1,000 to cut it. He was like, I'll do it for $200. And I said, you know what? That's the magic number. Give it a shot. Well, he started butchering it, and he got about halfway done, and I see him. I don't hear the chainsaw no more. I walk up there and I'm like, you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm just hot and taking a break. I said, okay. Well, he offered to haul this shit away, too.
Oh.
So I was like, man, I got a good deal out of this.
Free firewood for him.
Yeah. He didn't haul it away. In fact, he gave up after that. He said, yeah, you're ripping me off. You're not paying me enough to finish this. And I said, well, you agreed to finish it. And he asked for payment up front. I knew there was something goofy when he asked for payment up front. I said, no, I'll give you half now and half when you finish. And he's like, okay. And he's like, man, I need the rest of that. I got to buy another chainsaw to get through that. Nope. No. Here's what you do. You get a credit card. You put that on the credit card. You finish the job. Then I'll pay you and you can pay off the credit card. He didn't want to do that. So I ended up having to pay someone else to come and finish the job for him. He didn't even do it. He took the $150 out of the $250. I think it was like $300 that I was going to pay him to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I still had to have someone come in and do the job for me, someone else. What was I talking about?
It would be at that point where I would be like you. I'm just going to go buy a chainsaw myself.
Yeah.
And just deal with it.
Yeah, he messed up the roof. He messed up it was in pieces in my yard, several pieces. But there's one major part of it. The main trunk of it was still leaning on my garage, not chopped up, not dealt with. And I was like, see, no, never, ever, ever.
So who did you get to take care of it after that?
I don't know. It was a professional tree cutter. He came by. He was like, oh, we'll get rid of it for $500. I said, okay. That was what it took.
So now you're, what, $750 on this tree?
Yeah.
So you might as well gave the first guy the $1,000.
Yeah. Might as well call the professional tree cutting company to fucking chip it up, get rid of the stump, and haul it away for $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. You don't mess with these hillbillies that are all like, I got a chainsaw and a can-do attitude. Oh, boy, that's going fucking nowhere. You can do until you're drunk, and then you go the fuck home and can't do no more. That's exactly what happens. Every fucking time.
Note to self, buy chainsaw. Start business.
Make promises, don't fulfill them, disappear.
No. Just get the $150 up front
Yeah.
and don't finish the job.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't demand it back because there was no guarantee of he'd already done some labor. Who's to say he's not done $150 worth of labor? But he'd done $150 worth of labor fucking up my yard.
Yeah.
Is all he did. And then here's the deal. Didn't learn my freaking lesson from that. And I had a shade tree mechanic come and try to fix my roof too.
Roofing is another thing you got to wait and
Yeah.
get a professional to do.
Yep.
I've seen them doing the re-roofing of the apartments across the way in my backyard.
Uh-huh.
And the crew that came in and was doing it, I bet you they were done roofing in one day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they scraped it, threw it off in the trash, started, and then as soon as that happened, there was a guy behind them,
Yep.
tacking down the new.
Dude, I had pros come and do my roof, and it took them about 4 hours. And it did not cost me nearly what it was going to cost me to have a horde of shade tree mechanics come in there and, saw holes in the roof and do methamphetamine, set my roof on fire. And
Now, I do have a question. Your roofers,
mm-hmm.
were they from south of the border?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
Well, the guys that sold the job to me weren't, but the crew that showed up, yes.
Yes.
They had a siesta in my front yard at some point.
Hey, that's fine. And you know what? I tell you what. They get it done.
Yeah. Well, the guy I paid before that, he showed up randomly. Was like, I noticed you got some missing stuff on your roof. You pay me, hop up there, I'll fix it. I said, okay, how much you want to charge? She was like, fuck it. Patchwork will do me until I get a pro. If I got about $200, I'll do it. And boy, he did it on Christmas Eve. He hopped up there in the cold with a nail gun. And when I looked at it, it was like there was tiles on sideways. There was tiles on upside down. There was tiles and I was like, holy fuck. And then I looked out there and he was taking a break. I'm pretty sure he was smoking foil with his girlfriend in his car.
Oh, good.
And I was like, I hate my life. Never again. If they are not a licensed and insured contractor, they'll not touch an ounce of my property ever again. And that was the last time. And I said, what's going on, bud? I walked out there to the truck. He was like, I'm just taking a break at Christmas Eve. And I said, oh, hot damn. Them tiles ain't going to lay themselves. Get the fuck up there. I'm going to fire you off this thing.
All right. They were smoking some meth out in the cart. Now, what if you got a licensed guy?
Yeah.
But he was like, look, here's the thing. I work really, really good, but the only way I can work this great
is smoking foil.
Is shooting heroin directly into my navel. But you're going to get the best work, but I'm going to be drugged out of my mind.
But here's the deal. I don't need to know the details, man. I'm going to give you the job, and I'm going back inside. What you do in between here and there, I do not care. As long as the job is done, and it's done well. So I'm not out there watching them like a hawk. I'm not their boss. Well, I'm technically their employer, not their boss.
Mm-hmm.
All I need to know is when's the time frame this is going to be done, how big of a hassle it's going to be to me, how much is it going to cost me. Past that point, I don't give a shit if you got 3 or 4 prison convicts up there in their skivvies having a banana hammock party. As long as they're laying they're laying down shingles, I do not care. I don't care. Just get it done. Do it right. Don't set my house on fire and don't leave your illegal bullshit laying in my yard. That's all I care.
New AI prompt. Convicts on roof, banana hammock party.
Flat-chested dancing freaks making asphalt. My God. Somebody's got a fetish. Someone's fetishing out right now. Someone's like, oh my God, I never thought of that.
How did he know?
That's incredibly hot.
Is he reading my emails?
That guy's laying tar in a onesie. The banana hammock party's here. Weirdos. So, porn stores.
Speaking of party bus.
Yeah. That's not the party bus I want to show up. I do not want that bus to arrive ever. He can stay far away.
Yeah. What if the party bus showed up and it was all the guys that used to come into the porn store? You're like, hey,
it's
on.
Not the party bus. It's the short bus. There's a difference. I don't want those weirdos anywhere near anything.
Well, did people like us talking about the porn store stuff?
It did pretty well, actually. We had pretty good listens. The retention rate was pretty high. I forgot to say this at the start of the show, but last week's quality dropped off in the second half because my laptop shut itself down, and when it started back up to continue the podcast, it had switched all the settings to where the microphones were not on. So it sounded horrible the second half of the show, and I'm sorry for that.
Yeah.
It's just something I don't check because I just expect technology to do what the fuck I say.
Well, you'd think you'd set it and forget it.
Yeah.
But apparently not.
No, I leaned up to look right now, make sure I didn't record an hour of mess up again, but no, it's right. The settings are right. You never know with technology, man. It's getting so smart. It'll be like, well, I disagree, and just turn itself off.
Well, the thing is, everything looks normal.
Yeah.
When it was going on, and we can hear through our headphones.
Yeah.
Us talking through the microphone. We didn't know that it was just the laptop microphones picking us up.
So yeah, it was bad. I'm sorry. The second half was bad, and I thought that show was a banger because I was like, man, that was a good show. I had fun making it.
Talking about the Disney movies.
We've been holding on to these stories for so long, and that Disney movies. Oh man, we were shitting, rolling wizards turds in the gold verbally there, and I was like, man, this is great. And then I go back and listen to it. It's like. I was like, motherfucker. I nearly broke my laptop over my own damn head with how mad I was. I almost folded it over my head like a little Dutch woman's hat. That's how mad I was.
Well, everybody go out and listen to the clip.
Yeah.
Listen to the clip.
Yeah, we got a clip of it. It was entertaining. We got a YouTube channel, by the way, Brookport Best Friends at YouTube or whatever. I don't know how. It's an address. Brookport Best Friends is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can find it.
You can watch and listen at the same time. I make funny graphics.
Hey, those are cool.
I enjoy doing all that shit. I really do. I enjoy the podcast. I enjoy making the YouTube videos. This is a fun hobby for me. I'm really.
Oh yeah, I did watch your bike ride too, and I noticed a few other people watched it as well.
I'm very pleased with that. Yeah, I'm going to do another bike ride. Well, here's the problem. I broke my charger on my bike.
Oh no!
It fell off and it bent, so I can't charge my battery on my e-bike, and I'm too old and crippled to pedal that 150-pound bastard anywhere.
That is a heavy bike.
It is heavy. I mean, it is a horse. But, you know, as soon as that comes in, I plan on doing another biking video. I'm probably going to go downtown Paducah, ride that trail. I plan on riding the Brookport to Metropolis Trail too here soon.
That's a nice one.
I enjoy it. It is. I like that stuff. It's relaxing.
I'd like to get me an e-bike too, so I could join you.
Please do. Then we can both go biking. They're expensive though, but it's worth it in my mind.
If you got a couple $1,000s to
yeah
invest,
you got a couple $1,000s laying around. You ain't gonna pay anything like I do. Just throw it in the bank and get yourself a bike.
Well, it seems like anymore $2,000. That's like the starting going rate. For if you want anything good.
Yeah, we're just a few months away from loaves of bread costing that much, so why not a bicycle?
Exactly.
Or going broke. But, yeah. Well, we're close to the 2-hour mark. Well, we're actually 51 minutes. I figure we'll take a break right now.
Mark? Now, let's make sure we check the...
Oh, yeah. We'll check the levels and check the systems and stuff.
So, hour 2.
Yeah. Well, we'll get back to you in hour 2. Stretch your legs, pop your back, and get back to the show. Thank you for listening so far, and we'll see you then. Bye.
You rolling slow under the arcade glow, your jacket on a seat, and that old song low. Your eyes say stay, like the rain on glass. I trace the lines where the seconds pass. Hold me close, let the night lean in. We can burn so slow, let it start again. Midnight neon tape, play it back, play it back. Midnight neon tape, we were made for that. Hold me in the frame, hold me in the fade. Midnight neon tape, say my name, say my name. Your hand in mine, on the dashboard chrome. We turn nowhere fast, but it feels like home. The moon hangs high, like a silver wire. You bite your lip, and the dark is brighter. Hold me close, let the night lean in. We can burn so slow, let it start again. it fade on gold. Keep one warm spot for the stories told. Midnight neon tape, play it back, play it back. Midnight neon tape, we were made for that. Hold me in the frame, hold me in the frame. Midnight neon tape, say my name, say my name.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Brookport Best Friends podcast for hour 2. And the moment I start talking, I have to cough.
Excuse you.
Brian, and this is Brad, my co-host.
Hey.
And we will be doing hour 2. Hope you enjoyed the first half, and now we're back. We're talking about garbage contractors and why you should never do it yourself because you're going to pay out the ass either way. You should just go ahead and get it over with.
Well, he started with angels, demons, and aliens, and then somehow got into what is something worth you doing for somebody else.
The Illuminati, angels, angry, roofers. How are they all linked?
Gay frogs.
Gay frogs, Alex Jones. The Illuminati and the giants from the Bible are now doing roofing in South America. That's how it's all tied. But yeah, I have no idea. Like, brother, we might as well just say that we're high as hell when we're doing this, because the way we don't stay on topic, we might as well be.
Well, we need to get a topic like that, theology stuff and all that, one of these hours, and just devote an entire hour just to that. Like, don't deviate from topic. Let's stay on it. Let's stay with it. Because somehow it'll be like, we'll be talking about Ren and Stimpy in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, how did we get here again?
Yeah. Did you know Ren and Stimpy was one of my favorite cartoons? And then 30 minutes later, and that dude carried a car on his back for 48 miles. I don't know how he did it.
How did we get there again?
What in the fuck kind of train of thought is that? But yeah. The Illuminati, the angels, and he rewired my car with speaker wire. And it exploded. But no, that's yeah, I have no idea how we went from D.I.WHY and angels to I don't remember what we were talking about other than that.
I promise you, no marijuana is involved.
No, I don't do drugs. I have a phobia of getting like immune to things, and then whenever a doctor goes to do surgery on me, I can feel it. I'm scared as hell of that, and like that's like one of that, and I don't like losing and feeling out of control at all. That's always what's kept me from like doing any sort of drug or drinking. I hate losing control.
I don't even take aspirin like I should.
I don't either. I will tough out a headache until I cry, and then I'll be like, I gotta do something. And then when I take it, it actually has an effect. Rather, if I just took it for every I farted funny and that was mildly discomforting, so I'm going to take an Advil or whatever.
Yeah, because that's what my body does. It will see what something does, and then the next time I use it, I need twice whatever the recommended dose is, or it's not doing a damn bit of good.
Yeah, I took half of a... they gave me stuff for my tooth when I got it removed. I think it's like Percocet or whatever. And I took half of one of those, and I felt like my arm was floating away from my body all day.
Ooh, don't say Percocet too loud.
Well, I don't remember what it is.
You done doxed yourself in that bike video.
Oh, shit. Yeah, listen, drug addicts, I'm well armed, and I'm also crazy, just so you know. I will shoot and ask questions later. I will let the cops ask questions. I won't even ask.
Does Kentucky got the stand your ground law?
Oh, yeah, it does. Yeah, there's no... like, those pills are gone, by the way. I threw them away, so there's nothing they can do. But I took half a pill, and I was like, oh, my God, I don't like this. Like, I've abandoned ship on my own body. I hate this. But I think that's what they gave me. Either way. What were we talking about?
That was the thing. Like, should we stay on topic, or should we go somewhere else?
I don't know, man. We were talking about music during the break, and I don't remember why we were going to talk about drums.
Yeah, I was thinking about, like you were talking earlier, what is your time worth?
Yeah.
Because I was wanting to do either drum or guitar lessons, and I didn't know how much to charge for said lesson. $20? I mean, I don't know if you go to a music store and say, hey, teach me how to do this.
Yeah.
How much for an hour or 30 minutes, however, whatever chunk of time you want to devote to it.
Yeah. I would do 30 because that's like the minimum standard or whatever. And just be like, do both guitar and drums, and be like, yo, this is my day off. Pick an hour, and we'll do the drums that day. And no later than 4, no earlier than 9 o'clock. That's what you got. And I try to do that and build up my name and try to get a business going. Because the best thing in life is being in charge of yourself. That is awesome, man. So many people don't have that advantage.
Yeah. My brother ended up doing what I went to school for, and that was being a band director.
Oh, yeah.
I quickly fell out of love with that.
Why?
I mean, I quickly fell out of love with school. I was like, if I could just take the music classes, great.
Yeah.
It's all the other BS you got to take along with it.
Yeah, you got to be like fully certified to teach in almost every subject, don't you?
Yeah.
I see I was like, why don't I become a PE teacher? That was the most awesome part of class for me. And yeah, they were like, you got to teach all this and that. I was like, what? Brother, why do I need to know how to teach these kids how to do math and I'm teaching them to run around in a basketball court and throw a ball?
I don't know, man. Like I said, my brother did it, and he's losing his hair.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, man, I'm kind of glad I didn't take that path.
It sounds stressful, like all those kids. And
yeah, especially the parents. The parents is the hard part to deal with. I think the kids are fine because you're the only like semi-cool teacher throughout the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You come on in here, play instruments. Like our school teacher at Brookport didn't teach us a fucking thing about music. I think we sung. We've talked about this, haven't we?
Yeah.
Well, we it was miserable. I did not like that class.
Well, the thing is, with being a music teacher, you can berate and yell at the kids and call them names, and they still appreciate you for it. Whereas other classes, you can't get away with that.
No, they used to just beat you in those other classes. Music, I was the one class I knew I wasn't going to get beaten at by the end of the day.
Like, play me an E flat.
Yeah.
Wrong! Play it again. Wrong!
I don't want to play the music no more.
What was that movie? Whiplash? Did you ever watch that? If you're not a drummer, Whiplash really is kind of a goofy movie.
The only drummer music I remember was Stomp the Yard or whatever it was, or those kids is like in high school doing the marching band or whatever.
Oh, Drumline.
Yeah, I guess that was it.
Stomp the Yard's the one where the college kids have their little dance routine.
Oh, I don't know either. Can you tell I was not a theater or a dance kid? I was just if it wasn't related to violence, I really didn't care in grade school or high school. So.
The term thespian gets brought to mind.
I thought you were American.
I'm a thespian.
No, I didn't pay attention to any of that stuff. But no, I didn't even take I took band one time, and I went and my parents had bought my dad had bought me an old drum set from somebody, and this shit was like outdated in 1970, like it was falling apart and dirty, and like I was still proud of it. The motherfucker had chimes on it of all the things to buy a kid for a drum set.
I want chimes.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
this thing had chimes and a wood block on it. So I could have done, what is that song, Fear the Reaper or whatever?
I think that's a cowbell at the beginning.
I guess I'm wrong.
That's where that SNL skit comes from, more cowbell.
Yeah, that's right. But either way, it had chimes and it had a wood block on it. And I was like, oh, this is awesome. I took the snare drum to Brookport School with me, and everyone made fun of me for having an old ratty-ass outdated drum set from the 70s. And I was so mad. and I never touched an instrument again.
Yeah, that's a shame that back then it ruined you for the rest of
Yeah.
time.
That and the recorder ruined me. I found the recorder was a better club than a musical instrument.
Well, it is, yeah.
Just cracking kids over the head with it.
I was in college, I think it was, and I volunteered my time basically. I think they were giving me $20.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. But $20 to go out to Egyptian High School, which if you don't know where Egyptian High School is, you go up to BFE,
Mm-hmm.
make a left turn, and then keep going.
Yeah, I have no clue where
It's
it's at.
way out there in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, isn't that in like the next county?
It felt like it was 2 counties over from Shawnee to Egyptian High School. It was like 45 minutes.
Oh, hell no.
It was way out there.
Mm-hmm.
So I got propositioned by my band teacher in college to help their drum line out.
Oh.
And so I figured, $20.
$20 is $20.
And this was circa 2000.
Mm-hmm. So that wasn't bad money. You could have filled up your tank of gas, bought a meal, and had a bunch left over.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
all for, helping these high school kids out. I think they had a parade or something that was coming up that they were going to be in, and they knew that I had some marching band experience in high school, which they didn't have marching band at Shawnee because there's no football team.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I still enjoy the marching band side of things. I'll go out there and help them out for $20, even though I got to drive 45 minutes one way, and then back to my house would have been almost 2-hour drive then.
God damn, hell no.
Yeah, because it was about 45 minutes from Brookport to Shawnee. So anywho, I get out there and I'm showing them a thing or three.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's all going well. All the kids I feel are respecting me, and I even got some of the side eyes from the high school girls.
Oh boy!
And it's like, no. You yes, you are in college and you're the cool college dude, but you do not mess with these little high school girls. You don't do it. So I had everything all straightened out. Cut to like a week later, they're having this thing at Shawnee where all the surrounding area high school bands come together and they do a performance or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, one of the kids in the drum line from Egyptian High School was there. And he saw me. I was talking to Stephen Ragsdale. He played the baritone, and Bill Grubb, he was another drummer. And it was me, Stephen, and Bill. We were all just standing around talking, and here comes this high school kid. He recognized me. He come up, and he was trying to get in on our conversation.
Oh.
So he's just standing there looking lost. And so Bill leans in real slow like behind me. I can't see him. I'm facing Stephen, and Bill's behind. No, excuse me. I got that completely backwards. Stephen is behind me, and I'm facing Bill. Well, Stephen pretends to lick the back of my ear in front of this kid. And I notice only because the kid starts looking at me with that raised eyebrow, surprised look. And then I turn around and I see Stephen like regaining composure. I guess he was right behind my ear. And then Bill looks over at the kid. He's like, oh yeah, them two, they're gay. And he looks at him and goes, and I'm bi.
Oh no. High school kids will take anything and run with it.
Well, he apparently did.
Oh no.
He took this as a serious fact when Bill was just joking. Thank you, Bill, by the way.
So the whole
shout out to Bill Grubb. I get back to Egyptian High School the next time I need to go out there, and I'm like, hey, guys. And I notice they're all looking at me funny. And I was like, okay, this is kind of weird.
Yeah.
And then one kid mutters under the breath, like, are you having trouble sitting down? I'm like, well, I don't know what that means, but whatever. So I go through my normal spiel, and I just noticed there's something off in the room. The atmosphere has changed drastically.
Mm-hmm.
And then the band teacher at the end of the day pulls me aside. He's like, "Oh well, they pretty much lost all respect."
Oh, what?
Because he's like, I don't hold it against anybody. I was like, "Is this about the gay thing?" I was like, "That was my buddy Bill. He was just making a joke in front of your kid there." He said, "Yeah, but joke or not,
Yeah.
I mean, it's lost."
Yeah. Like that. I think that's in the county over. I have no idea. I'm just talking up my ass. But if it is in the county over, that side of the state is about as ultra conservative as you can get. Like, I've never met anyone from that side of the state, like Illinois, that was not like, you can't even joke about that stuff, or else they're like having panic attacks. Like, to not to change the subject, but to go along with that, there was a guy at work. There's a couple guys at work who are from like I would keep saying that side of the state and waving my hands. No one can see it. What is that air? What is that fucking county? Cairo side.
Oh, okay.
Johnson County and stuff. Alexander, I think it is. But they were from there, and man, you could not even joke. Like I was messing with him, and like he had brought a banana for lunch. This guy, and I was like, oh, even doing that set him into like a temper tantrum. I'm gay.
And then he ate the banana sideways.
Yeah, man. Brother, he threw the banana away.
He threw it away?
He did not even want to be associated with the idea of sucking on something phallic. I was like, hey, there's some popsicles in there if you want to suck on something. Get mad as a fucking hornet. And it's like, dude, I ain't asking you to butt chug it. Just put it in your mouth and suck a little bit. Someone, and this is another ex-coworker, was like, he was working with, his name was Caldwell, and it was kind of funny. Was working with him. He flat out asked him, Caldwell, are you gay? And he goes, no, are you? It doesn't matter in a hornet he'd being asked. It's like, brother, no one thinks you're legitimately gay. They're just messing with you. Chill out. But like, yeah, that side of the state cannot even handle a joke about that. It's like all of them are one pride parade away from where putting on a banana hammock and touching their toes everywhere they go. It's like, dude, just chill out. If you're not gay, you're not gay. It's cool. But you like to suck on things a lot. And they flip out. It's like, bro, just chill out. Yeah, Alexander and Johnson County, I think it is. It's like real conservative. And I'm pretty sure that they've never seen a colored person in their life, so to speak. And it's a weird side. Well, they got Cairo, so they can't be.
Well, where this was I'm wanting to say like northeast.
Yeah. Oh, that's like Pope County area?
It is. No, it's way on past that. Just out in the middle of nowhere.
Well, yeah, it's the middle of the state has a very interesting history, and I really don't want to get into it. But it's like,
are they all gay?
No, well, yeah. They make a lot of corn there. they like the husks more than they like the corn. No, I'm joking, man.
No. No, I just thought it was funny that the kid couldn't take a joke,
mm-hmm.
or didn't know that we were kidding, but we didn't give any explanation.
Yeah,
afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't say, oh, we're just kidding.
Yeah.
I just kind of ignored it and went about my day.
I can sort of see what the problem would be, because this is a person you just met, and you finally met them and their friends together, and you're still an acquaintance. You'd be like, man, I don't know if this dude's joking or not. Have I just been invited to the worst idea in the history of man by this dude's looks and stuff? I can see that, but it's like, bro, you got to realize.
And the thing is, we used to joke about that stuff all the time, so I didn't think anything of it.
Yeah. Well, again, around here, it was like, people were more comfortable with themselves to sort of say that sort of thing. But yeah, in the north and the west side of the state, And the north and the east side of the state below like Springfield is very, very self-conscious about that crap, man.
No, we weren't. We did some borderline stuff, honestly. Now that I'm thinking back on it.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I believe it was Adam Halcomb.
When man,
The power of Thor in the middle of the hallway.
That was the fruitiest shit I've ever. Man, that dude.
He would come up behind you and just grab your chest, your chesticle, as hard as he could.
Yeah. Oh, he grabbed butts too.
Oh yeah.
And that was a little weird. And I was like, and everyone else was like, hee. And I'm like, man, there's something off about that guy. I don't want him to touch me. Again, by the grace of God, I was born ugly and undesirable by both sexes. And it's worked out well for me, I guess.
No rape van has captured you yet.
No, the party bus and the rape van passes me by. Even the abduction van that normally snatches up every kid that it sees is like, man, that one's ugly. Just leave. He's poor, destitute, and sitting on the side of the street. We don't want him.
Here, I'll just give you my candy, but don't get in the van.
Do you want some candy? Oh, God. Here, you actually get candy. Stay out of the van. Oh, yeah, no. But yeah, he did some pretty fruity stuff. I mean, I remember him chasing a certain openly gay person through the halls of the high school too. Angry at him, but I've never met anyone angry enough to chase a man fluttering as he runs down the hall. It's woo, catch me sort of thing. I was like, what's going on? Why is this happening?
I think he's got his Lucky Charms.
Yeah. Ooh, his little legs are fluttering in the air as he jumped, and Adam was chasing him. I'm gonna get you. I might as well have been screaming, if I catch you, I'm gonna fuck you. We telling stories outside of church here.
But where was it going?
I don't know. Where was what going?
The conversation.
What conversation?
Yeah, it started with music. Now we're talking about gay stuff.
Oh, I don't know. Teaching drum lessons and the kids at high school being shitty and thinking you were homosexual.
Okay, well, clear the air.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm not gay.
All right.
And yes, I would like to do drum lessons.
Clear the air. No, I wouldn't like to do drum lessons. No.
That's what you were hoping I was going to do.
No. But it's like, like kids are shitty. They can be really shitty. You know, I couldn't be a teacher. I the way I pop off at everybody, I'd be like, listen, I'll slap the fucking taste out of your mouth. Go get your father. I'll slap him too, and you'll watch.
That is one thing I told you my brother can't stand is the parents.
Mm-hmm.
And knowing some of the parents now is the people that we went to school with.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew what they were like back in high school.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine what they're like as parents now.
Yeah. That is weird. Man, that is scary to think. It's like, I keep thinking, I've only been out of high school for 2 or 3 years, and it's been like, man, it's 23 years or so now. I've been out a while.
25.
Yeah, fuck. I'm even behind on my estimates.
What year? 2000?
2000.
Yeah, okay, so 26 years.
Yeah. Jesus. Someone slam on the brakes on time. It's going too fast.
Did you go to any of the 10-year, 20-year reunion? I didn't go either.
Again, I have the misfortune of being ugly, and no one thought about me to invite me or remember me being alive, let alone inviting me to those things. So no one even mentioned them.
I think ours, for the class of 99, they were wanting you to get on Facebook.
Uh-huh.
And do all your RSVPs there and give money or bring whatever. I was like, no.
I think I joined the Facebook group for the class reunion that happened 10 years ago. And I'm like, why is it so quiet in here? Why is no one talking about the 10-year reunion about to come up? Oh, wait, that was 10 years ago. Jesus.
Well, you need to get on there again and post the podcast.
Well, there's no one in that group. Well, there's people in it, but there's no post. Like, no one looks at it other than me.
So if you did post, then something would come up, and then everybody be like,
Oh, I have, and there's been no response.
Oh my God, Brian's got a podcast.
But yeah, I advertise. I'm obnoxious with it. I advertise this thing about 3 times a week.
Everybody, help us out.
Yeah.
Share.
Yeah, share, like, and share, and subscribe, and play multiple times. And in fact, just turn it on when you go to sleep and leave it playing on repeat.
Just on repeat.
Yeah, just listen to my voice as you sleep. Put the deposit in P.O. Box 304. I don't know, man. Give me money. But yeah, no. Yeah, share, like it, listen, have fun, enjoy. That's what I'm saying.
Like back to what we were talking about high school. What are some of the more fond high school memories? Because mine, it was a hit and a miss.
Yeah.
I either was having the best time of my life or it was the worst time of
Yeah.
my life. It seemed like there was hardly an ever in between.
Yeah. Like the best time I think I had was with the pro wrestling. That was so fun. Like organizing it and promoting it, and then wrestling and having people like we handed out flyers all over the high school, like, hey, come watch us wrestle. It's going to be great. And
Oh, just imagine if you had Facebook and all that back then.
Yeah.
How big of a deal the CPW could have been early on.
yeah, if we had social media back then, fuck, we'd have been big. But we didn't. We literally just handed out flyers and word of mouth.
Could have been on cable access.
Yeah. Public access. Right after Knitting with Betty. Today's episode, Oven Mitts. But no, yeah, that would have been awesome. But I promote the podcast on there, and like my that wrestling was a great high school experience. And past that, man, I don't really remember too much great shit from high school. I was just like struggling to survive, it felt like.
That's when we were all starting to get our first jobs
Yeah.
and trying to make our way.
Yeah. Started to work at Ponderosa and became homeless at 18 and lived on people's floors. So yeah, it was kind of a shit time. What about you?
It was, like I said, it was either best time of my life or the worst time of my life.
What was a good time?
Usually it was band trips, believe it or not. This one time at band camp, that kind of thing. Those were fun.
Yeah. Well, I would have had fun too if I got to see people exercise with flutes. But I couldn't play an instrument, so all the flute fun I missed.
Oh, did I tell the story of the big football player calling me one night thinking I made out with his girlfriend?
No.
Well, there's somebody else. I'm not going to mention any names because I'm going to protect. They weren't innocent.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just going to protect them anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I get a call from the big football player guy. Actually, it was his sister that called me first.
Oh, shit.
And she said, hey, my brother wants to talk to you. I was like, oh no. Why does he want to talk to me? I got nervous. I was like, wait a minute.
I'm sorry, I'm not interested. I know what the kids at Egyptian high school said about me.
Oh, this was high school. We're going back in time. We had just had a band competition somewhere. I don't remember where. And instead of riding the bus back home, I rode with my parents. I was like, yeah, I don't feel like riding the bus. I'll ride with the parents. And I did. And then I get that phone call.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the other end is the sister. And then all of a sudden the brother comes on. He's like, hey, man. I was like, what's up? He's like, I heard you were kissing my girlfriend. I was like, number one, man, it wasn't me. I don't know where the wires got crossed at, but I rode home with my parents.
Yeah.
And so it's not me.
Yeah.
He's like, well, man, I love her and everything. I was like, well, that's cool and all, but I'm going to reiterate, it wasn't me. I rode home with my parents.
Yeah.
So we can get to the bottom of this together if you'd like.
I can see why you love her. She kisses great.
She slipped the tongue. I didn't ask her to. She just did it on voluntarily.
Now that's service.
Service with a smile. But that conversation went like that for about maybe 5 minutes. It felt like a lot longer at the time.
Yeah.
Of me trying to prove my innocence. I was like, buddy, I don't know what to tell you. It wasn't me. I rode home with my parents.
Yeah.
End of story. All right.
Yeah.
So let's call this right here.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, I dodged a bullet there.
Yeah. It's, like, what are you supposed to say at this point? It's just like, brother, if it's true, I'm sorry, you need to talk to her. If it's not true, I'm still sorry, you need to talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing like for me to say about it. Like, oh fuck, I'll go back in time and take it back, making out with your girlfriend.
Yeah, truth or dare, or spin the bottle, or whatever. High school games you played felt harmless enough at the time.
Yeah.
But there's always somebody on the other end of like, oh my God, I can't believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not every high school relationship is going to last forever.
Yeah.
And,
no.
You always remember your first, but
yeah.
Golly.
No, like growing up is realizing how little the high school and grade school bullshit mattered.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, all those things that were like semi-important back then, it was like, oh my God, I can't be seen with this. I can't wear this. It's like, man, I fucking barely put on pants to leave my house now. It don't matter.
Yeah. I've lost all fashion sense.
I went to the Dollar General the other day with my shirt inside out on and backwards. And I didn't notice till I was checking out. And I said, fuck it. I got dressed in the dark. I don't care.
Now, I'm going to catch you on that one. How did you not notice it was backwards? Because it would be tearing into my neck and it would be so uncomfortable.
It just felt okay. Like, I'm used to being uncomfortable. Like, I don't like wearing clothes basically other than underwear. And I'm just like, well, I got to get dressed. And again, the power was out, so I actually couldn't see. And I was just like, I'm bored. I'm going to put on this shirt and my shorts. I'm going to go to the Dollar General and get some snacks. And maybe when I get back, the power will be on. And it was. And I was sitting there in the aisle. I'm like, I feel weird. What is wrong with this? I started looking. I saw my reflection in like, I forget what it was. But I saw my reflection. I was like, my shirt's inside out and backwards.
Yeah, that would be aggravating my neck to no end. I would have immediately.
Yeah, well, I'm used to itching and hurting. And
once you hit it at a certain age, you're just like, well, I'm going to be uncomfortable for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
So I might as well just grin and bear it.
Being out of bed is an unbearable task for me anymore.
I mean, I did put my work shirt on the other morning inside out, but quickly noticed after getting deodorant all over the outside.
Oh, good.
Armpits. I'm like, well, they're stained and looking nasty anyway, so what does it matter?
Brother, this isn't a fashion show. I'm not going anywhere with this. Who cares? In high school, you're like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. Now it's like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
as long as there ain't doo-doo dribbling out the bottom of my shorts, I don't care. I'm wearing flip-flops and a T-shirt that has a stupid slogan on it, and I'm just going to get in and get out and go home. That's all I care about.
You're not worried about what the employees think of you or
no
other patrons of the store?
No. One time someone made a comment about one of my shirts while I was getting a meal, and I was like, would you just kindly fuck off and bring me my drink? Well, you don't have to be rude. You bitch, you're commenting on my T-shirt. Yes, it says Mountain Dew. No, that isn't what I want to drink. But
apparently, I forgot to put that on silent.
Someone's getting a text. But yeah, I just don't care. It's hard to keep giving a shit past a certain age. Like, I'm halfway to 50 now, and there ain't too much give a fuck left.
Speaking of Mountain Dew.
Oh, texting you?
No.
Oh.
Do you still drink it?
Hell no, I don't. That shit tastes like battery acid and was rotting my teeth out. I wish I wouldn't have ever drank it.
But at the time, it felt like
it was my drink.
Yeah, it was it.
And I also ate pizza for every meal. And I can't do that now, even though I try.
It just gives me unbearable heartburn.
Yeah, old people problems here. But yeah, I get it. I get indigestion and heartburn. And if I eat it too close to bed, I'll throw up in my own mouth while I'm asleep. So
Oh yeah.
it's horrible. But no, Mountain Dew, they changed the formula at some point, and
Yeah.
they don't admit to it, but it tastes like literal like floor cleaner to me now. It's disgusting.
What's that stuff called? The corn syrup stuff. High fructose corn syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just probably added more of that.
Yeah, I think they did more than that because I tried drinking it again and I was like, ugh, this tastes literally like some sort of fucking battery acid.
After not drinking soda for a long time and then going back
Mm-hmm.
getting like a root beer or something or Coke, and it's like, this
Yeah.
doesn't hit the same as it used to.
No, I'll still get a real sugar Coke every so often again with a meal, but other than
yeah.
that, no. If it's like a fountain drink, I'm like, no, this tastes gross. No, thank you.
Well, there for a while, sodas was just a means to mix my vodka with.
Yeah.
So whatever flavor it was, it really didn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Mountain Dew, Sprite, Coke, Dr. Pepper, it didn't matter. As long as it mixed with the vodka, it was
Yeah.
fine.
I pulled a dumb joke on a bartender one time. I walked up, I was like, I'll take a rum and Coke, hold the rum. And he was like, what? I was like, I know it's normally the other way. I'll take a rum and Coke, hold the Coke. But I don't drink, so just give me a Coke. Ha ha, here you go.
The the one that I used to do, I was a bartender at the casino in Metropolis.
Mm-hmm.
The bartender joke that I would pull on people,
Uh-huh.
they would say, can I get 2 Mick Ultras and 2 bottles of water? And I'd say, 4 bottles of water coming right up.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
And one guy looked at me like, huh? Like you didn't get my order right. And the girlfriend or wife or whatever it was, she had to explain the joke to him.
Mm-hmm.
She said, no, he's saying your beer is like water.
Yeah.
He's like, oh,
How dare you? This is my favorite beer.
low ABV,
Yeah.
low carbs. I mean, yeah, if you're health conscious and you want a light beer, Mick Ultra's fine.
Yeah.
But it basically is water.
The way I've heard that before is I'll take an appletini in your girliest drink, and they say, all right, 2 appletinis coming right up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Another way I heard it was from the Monty Python
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
And it's like, how is American beer like having sex in a canoe?
Mm.
It's fucking close to water. And they're not wrong.
Yeah. I don't know anything about alcohol other than rubbing alcohol.
Well, on top of being a bartender, I also worked at a liquor store. So I learned way more about booze
Mm-hmm.
than I ever thought that I would ever learn.
Yeah.
I know how to mix it and I know how to buy it and what's in it.
As a hospital security guard, I learned way more about the elderly's naked bodies.
Man.
The first thing you do is see an old man's penis when you become a hospital security guard. So I got to see a lot of horrible people naked.
So I'm kind of glad because I went and applied for that same job
Mm-hmm.
at the same hospital.
Yeah.
And I did not get it. And now I thank my lucky stars that they didn't hire me because I probably would have quit day 2 or 3
Yeah.
of seeing naked boys running around all over.
My first call was up to her, and this is like we're doing day 1, like, and it's hour 11, so I'm ready to go home. I'm exhausted after being there all night. I've already had to fight with a homeless person on my first day.
Nope.
And I had to patrol the floors, and I was taking it pretty seriously, which I learned not to do. But anyway, my last fucking call that day, I get called up, like I'm literally clocking out, and there's a code gray, which is a bad news. Someone's fighting and they're armed.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, here we go. And I'm fucking running up to the room with the other shift. But because I haven't clocked out yet, I have to go with them. And I get up there, and it's a little old lady, and she's completely naked in her bed, and she's armed with a bedpan, and she's swinging it at people. And her major complaint was that she wanted to give herself a sponge bath. And I was like, just give the fucking lady a wet washcloth and let her go to town. Why is this a code gray? I was kind of mad about that.
I would be too.
That-
After like I should be clocked out and going home
Yeah.
right now, not dealing with this.
Yeah, I've already had my fill of this horse shit. I'm ready to go home, and I'm having to run to a call with the day shift and deal with this. I was like, I'm going home. I just left.
Code Gray does sound like a
Yeah.
call for an old person doing shenanigans that they
Yeah.
shouldn't be doing.
Yeah. It was horse shit. And I had so many of those calls where I get called up to a sundowners, which a sundowner is an elderly person that when the sun sets, the room looks different. So it sets them off. They think they're somewhere they're not. And they tend to get violent and be like, I need to go home. I don't know where I'm at. And it's like, the sun just set. That's the only thing that changed. And I get called to those and have to settle those down. And it's a stressful situation.
I think you were telling me one time they called you in and the guy just wanted to talk.
Yes. He was an old guy and he wouldn't go to bed. And they called me. That was another thing. The nurses at hospitals are extremely freaking lazy. And they will call you in to deal with just about anything.
Security, why
I
is it
don't-
needed for a guy that's not going to go to sleep?
Well, they were like, he won't go to bed. And I was like, so how is that that's not something you call a security for. He's a grown ass man. If he's not tired, he ain't going to go to bed. Let him sit in a chair. That's all he wanted to do. So I went in there and I talked to him for a long time, like an hour and a half, just bullshitting with him. And he thought I was the sheriff of his like local community.
Oh yeah.
He thought I was a cop. And I was like, I'm not a cop. I told him. But he kept talking to me. Hey, you remember? He was like, he's telling us, you remember that fella that was getting in the bushes naked and he was peeking in them windows and you had to wallop him good? And I was like, that wasn't me. But I just let him think it was. And eventually he was like, kind of tired. I said, well, I'll tell you what, let's get in bed. I'll help you get in bed and you can go to sleep. And that was all it took. And the nurse did not want to even listen to him. She just kept yelling, why don't you get in bed and go to sleep? And he's like, I'm not tired. Well, he's got to go to bed. It's like, he's not a child. He's a grown-ass adult. Just because he's old doesn't mean he's an invalid and needs to be fucking told to go to bed like a child.
Mm-hmm.
And that was all it took, was just talking with him. He got tired and he eventually went to bed.
And you got paid to just get up there and talk for an hour and a half.
Oh, yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah, but the pay ain't bad, man. They pay $27 an hour for weekend shift on night. So it's good money, but you're going to earn that paycheck about once every 2 weeks. You're going to have a fight. You're going to have to haul a corpse. You're going to have to freaking do a lot of crap.
I was thinking about Lourdes as well because I know somebody over there, and I was quickly reminded that at Lourdes or Mercy Health
Yeah.
is where they have the, what is it, 2 North?
2 North, yeah. Mental health.
So I definitely, I would need to be checked in more than I would need to be watching the people that are checked in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hospitals are not good places, man. There's just ain't no one there because they're having a good day. And that's just the best I can say about it.
Yeah, okay, you know what, that makes sense. You're not catching people at their finest hour. They're not there just to, oh, they got good cafeteria food. No, they're there for something.
Yeah, never once. I always said it to my coworker, and he's a funny guy. He was real great. His name was Dave. I was like, one of these days I'd like to be called to the room of the beautiful, like, blonde supermodel that had amazing breast implants, and she's just mad as hell. She wants to show them off. And I never get called to that. It's always the elderly man in the sunset. It's time to take off his pants and fight people using only his penis. And I would just like it to be the opposite one time.
Oh no! That party bus is not going to show up to that job. Sorry.
Never looking out. Never, there was an accident of too much pretty all over the interstate, and they had to come right in here, and now they have to show off the security guards. No, never. It's always grandpa's bad. He pooped himself, and he's using the turd as a weapon, or, the homeless guy has pulled out a screwdriver, and he wants to shake everyone who doesn't want to give him methadone. It's always shit like that.
Oh, God.
Yeah, there's so many homeless people I fought, and I was way more restrained than I wish I would have been, because I was like, man, I really want to fucking give this guy an elbow sandwich and just knock his teeth out his butthole and make him shit out his molars. There's one frequent flyer we had, and I hated his guts. And I finally got, they gave me the green light on him, and I took every advantage of it. I choked him into Dutch Wonderland and then DDT'd him on the concrete. I was madder than a hornet.
Okay, first of all, was this inside or outside?
This is inside.
Inside.
He was in the hospital.
Okay.
He would check himself in about once a week. He had a meth addiction. He was homeless, and he was from Louisville. And he kept being like, he wanted to go back to Louisville. So he'd check himself in and start cussing people out and throwing shit and fighting with the staff and hitting nurses. And I knew the moment I walked in the door if he was there or not, because I'd hear him yelling and cussing people out, like at 6 o'clock at night. And by about 11, 12 o'clock, he'd fall asleep, and he'd wake up at 3 and start fighting again.
Yeah.
It was every freaking night. And it was a weekend. So the weekends are hard at the hospital, man. That ain't... If it's a full moon in a weekend, you're going to have a horde of homeless people fighting and stabbing one another. And
There is something to the full moon.
there is. But this dude, he was in a room, and they had finally got him. The judge had a court order on him that he had to go to this mental hospital. And they said, he's a 72-hour hold. You have the green light to do anything you want to him to keep him here. Within reason. I couldn't shoot him in the head 2 or 3 times and leave him. Well, he's still here. But
technically.
No. But they said he gets up and tries to leave, which he tried to fight and run all the time. He'd check himself in, he'd argue with people, and then he'd make an ass out of himself and try to run out the door. And it'd be like, no, come back. I was like, let him run into traffic. Who cares? But they're like, no, he has to stay here. The court order says he has to stay here, and you've got the green light to keep him here. You can restrain him and chain him up if you want. I said, okay. So he laid there in the bed for about 6 hours. And his ride was supposed to be there at about 1 a.m. to take him to Louisville to go to the mental hospital. It showed up, and we're getting ready to go. He's in the gurney. The people are checking him out, doing the paperwork. And he decides it's time to make an ass out of himself and fight. Well, he hops off the gurney, and he starts running like freaking Wile E. Coyote towards the door. And I'm in the other aisle. And Dave goes, he's running. And I was like, I hate to be the guy that I just saw red and started going. But I was like, oh, now it's time. You made the mistake. And I start chasing him down. And I'm in a parallel hallway in the ER. There's one hallway on one side closest to the exit door. And I'm on the other one because Dave was blocking the exit door. And he's running out through the lobby. I come around the corner and the doors are automatic, but they don't open quickly. So they're slowly open. You can't force those things open because it's a hospital ER. It's a secure area, sort of.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he's sitting there and he's looking back. I would hit him like a fucking freight train. I smashed into him and I popped the doors off their security locks with how hard I hit him. And I carried him through the waiting room against the window on the other side of the waiting room. So all the way through the ER, through triage, and into the back wall, I slammed his head against the glass. And so I put my forearm under his jaw and lifted him off the ground. I was like, today's the day, motherfucker. I was mad. And I was like, I don't care if I get fired. I don't care if I go to jail. I'm hurting him. I'm making him regret his choices for the rest of his life. So I slip one arm under, I get an underhook. And I throw him ass over tea kettle. I do a judo throw onto the pavement onto him. Just boom! He goes shoulder and ass head first onto the pavement with a clap. And he's like, get off me, man. I'm hurt. I said, I don't care.
Well, luckily we're in a hospital.
Yeah. Good news. You're already in the ER.
You don't have to go very far.
So after that, I'm choking him too. I'm trying to choke him unconscious to where he has to be drugged into the back. I'm squeezing, and then Dave finally catches up. He goes, dude, let him up. Dude, let him up. He's turning blue. Let him But I finally let go. And I'm still mad. So I'm pacing and huffing. And he's like, oh, man, you hurt me, man. He's like, good, you're in the ER. Let's go. They strap him down and they take him to Louisville. I never saw him again.
Oh, man.
I was like, I at least got to break that motherfucker. I'm so happy.
One good body spear.
Yeah. And I slammed him. Oh, I felt so good, man. Because he had harassed nurses, he had slapped nurses, he had kicked people, he had slapped doctors. He was a violent piece of shit. and he had deserved it. So everyone in that ER was like, if you get a chance, fold his clothes with him in it. I was like, I will take that offer. You know I will.
So you didn't get in trouble for excessive use of force or
The
nothing?
administration said you did a textbook example of how a use of force doctrine should be applied. That's a great job. I was like, yes.
And then it would have been cherry on top if the nurses and everybody around that saw it started like a slow clap.
I wish. That'd be stereotypical, but no. The video was shown all over the hospital for about 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. So you were
pretty,
making the rounds.
I came in for the next shift because I think that was a Saturday night. I had to come in Sunday night, and the day shift was watching it. And they're like, dude, everyone in the hospital's watching this. I was like, awesome. I watched it myself, and you could see me a big fat fucking freight train.
Hey, wild man! Like you got that nickname beforehand. Too.
Yeah, but that was one of the good parts of the hospital. But that was after almost 3 months of having to deal with him, just cussing people out. He would call you every name in the book.
Oh yeah,
man, he earned that ass whooping, and I was glad I was the one to give it to him.
Now, when you put the boots to him, medium style, what was going through your head at this point?
I honestly can't tell you. I was just mad and doing jujitsu. That's all I knew. I was like, I felt completely in control. I knew he was scared. That's all I knew.
Well, that's the problem with jujitsu is trying to maintain that calm composure, because whenever I would get in any altercation, my blood pressure would go up, the adrenaline spike would hit, and I'd just become a bumbling mess.
Yeah.
I don't believe that I could handle myself in that type of situation with a calm, cool, and collective headspace.
That's why you train, is to get used to the idea of conflict. You get used to being, all right, well, I'm in a conflict with somebody, and they're seriously trying to hurt me. And you have to, that's what training is, but it's doing it in a safe environment where you're like, all right, the moment I know I'm hurt, I say I give or I tap and it's over. That gives you that confidence. It's like, all right, I've been in this situation thousands of times already with someone who's going to understand uncle means uncle.
Yeah.
And then when you get a hold of somebody that ain't been in that situation, where they've only, run rut shot over people, slapped them, pushed and postured, and then they're like, oh, this person is not afraid of what I'm saying. They're not afraid of how I'm acting. And they know exactly what they're doing. You can see the fear of fucking God get in their eyes.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun. It's like, oh, no, you have picked the wrong person today. I do this for fun.
See, that's what I was wondering also, what was going through that guy's head.
He was screaming.
When you had him up on the...
He didn't say much at that point, and then I got the underhooks and did a hip toss on him and threw him to the ground. And when he landed, he started screaming, "Help! Help me! I'm done. Okay, I give up." And I was like, "No, you've bought the ticket. Now you're taking the ride. You are getting this. You have earned this." I was like, I know, but I knew enough not to punch him. But I was like, if he hits me, all bets are off. I'm going to fucking clobber him the moment I get on the ground. And I'm going to do it with elbows. I'm not going to do it with fists. I'm going to do it with the hardest part of my fucking body.
Who was that? Uriah Faber?
I think so.
I think he was notorious for throwing the elbows on the ground.
Man, elbows will mess you up.
I mean, he split so many people open with those elbows and just barely grazing the forehead.
Yeah.
It just split open and just starts gushing.
Yeah, like a fist is a handful of toothpicks. An elbow is swinging a 2x4.
Yeah.
That's the difference. And like hitting someone, like especially if you're in a mounted position and you come down and across with your elbow, that is your entire body weight twisting and throwing into the punch too. So it's, my fat ass is like almost 300 pounds swinging down and coming down head on concrete over and over again. I was like, I'm going to put you in a coma. I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna take the firing afterwards. But I don't care. You will be along to testify.
You ain't making it to Louisville, my friend.
But he did not throw a punch. I think the moment I grabbed him, snatched him up, and threw him down, he was like, "Well, this is the end."
Well, has anybody previous done anything like that to him, or was he so surprised at the fact that somebody actually had the gall and wherewithal to.
That's a good question. I don't know. I didn't like the dude enough to talk to him.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, because he probably thought he could just keep getting away with it and keep getting away with it over and over and over again till the end of time.
Yeah.
Until you just like, not today, son.
Well, that's what a lot of these people are. Is they are used to going into the system, and they know the system operates by rules, and they don't have to. So they can go in there and slap, kick, spit, cuss, treat you like shit. And they know the system, the employees, the police, security, we have certain rules we have to operate by. Like, we can't go in there and start punching his teeth out of his skull.
Well, no, you're right. You've got restrictions.
Everyone in the hospital wanted to more than
right. That's why I thought them nurses would start slow clapping.
No. They were all kind of shocked it happened, I think, but they saw the video and laughed about it. Even one of the doctors, I think his name was Dr. Wardigan, was like, "That was fucking awesome." I was like, I felt good too. And me and him, that actually same doctor, I fought another homeless guy with him. He punched that doctor, and I jumped on the dude and put him in a front face choke and choked him. I literally put him unconscious and laid him in the bed.
Were you there with the doctor at the time that this happened?
Yeah, the doctor called me. Well, actually, it was the charge nurse called and said, "Hey, this guy in room whatever, he's homeless. He don't want to leave. He's been discharged. He's saying he's not going anywhere. We need him out." I came down to the ER, and I heard Dr. Wardigan, the doctor, yelling at him. And doctors usually don't yell. They make too much money to fuck with these idiots.
Right.
And having him that mad yelling at him, I was like, God, this guy's obviously fucking up. So I walked in there, and I stood there. And he's like, "This guy's been discharged. He won't get out of the room. Get him the hell out of here. He's done." I said, "Okay." And I was like, "All right, man, you heard the doctor. You've been discharged. You've been given your paperwork. It's time to go." And he's like, "I'm not effing leaving. You can't make me leave." And the doctor was mad. So he came back in there. He's like, "Listen, I've done." And the guy punched him. And the moment you touch staff, it's green light for whatever you want to do.
Okay.
So the doctor punched him back, and I jumped on his head. I pinned him. I first had one arm because he was trying to punch the doctor back. I sort of like wedged my shoulder up underneath his chin to keep him from headbutting me. I put my head against his head to like keep him from, again, slamming his head against mine to get free.
Right.
Well, he ducked his head down, and I was like, "Well, okay, if you're going to give me the green light to choke you unconscious, I'm going to take it." So I just slid my arm over the top of him.
So he gave his neck to you.
Yeah, basically. He was trying to sit up or like adjust to like get out from underneath my shoulder.
Yeah.
So he could headbutt or I don't know what he was trying to do. I only know I was given a gift and I took it. And I freaking slid my arm over. I cinched up the choke real good and I started squeezing. And the doctor's still mad as hell.
Well, yeah, he just got punched.
Wrestling with them, trying to hit him. And we both fall onto the bed, and I'm squeezing like I'm almost like falling off the other side of the bed. Like we're laid across the bed, and I'm squeezing, and I don't know what the doctor's doing. And I hear, and the doctor goes, "Oh, shit, he's unconscious." I go, "Oh, okay." Well, I was in a point where I couldn't really let go. Like I was laying on my own arm as I was choking. So both my arms are up underneath me. I was like, "Okay, get off me," and I can. So he leaned back, and I finally let my arm go. I sort of moved him into the bed and laid him down. And I was like, he woke up and he was like, "What happened?" I said, "I don't know, man. You were angry and then you just passed out." He was like, "I'm gonna sue you." I said, "Are you? What's my name?" He's like, "I don't know." I said, "Good luck." Either way, but he put on his shoes and he left. He did the walk of shame instantly. He was like, "I'm leaving."
After getting punched by a doctor and choked out by security.
Yeah. And I was like, "Oh, he assaulted you."
Yeah.
So there's nothing he can say. He started it, and I finished it in the most peaceful way possible. There's not a mark on his body.
Okay, so did the doctor get in trouble then for punching back?
Uh-uh.
Or are they just like, "Look, he threw the first punch. It's self-defense."
As far as I know, no. My part of it, I got another perfect textbook example of use of force, and they just said, "Good job. Thank you for protecting staff." And I was like, "Okay." I was like, can I get at least a bag of Skittles? Can I get rewarded for putting my life on the line for these people?
Yeah, it seems like you're putting in all the hard work.
Yeah, no.
I mean, the pay is okay, but
Yeah, the pay wasn't bad, and this was during COVID when everyone was acting a fool. So,
Oh yeah, how was that COVID floor that they had?
oh, it was hell. Those are stories, and that's an entire 2-hour podcast unto itself, and I will gladly go over that shit. But let me tell you, I've carried more corpses in my life than I'll ever want to carry ever again, and it is shit that gives me nightmares to this day.
Now, see, that's not a security job. I would think would be carrying a corpse.
It shouldn't be. It's supposed to be nursing staff and the lift team, but the lift team goes home at 6 p.m. and night shift security is the lift team from that point on. Yeah, so I ended up having to be the dude, and they've changed the morgue since I left. Like, it was coolers stacked on top of one another, so there was a top shelf cooler I'd have to lift corpses up into if the bottom two were full. Now it's just slabs, and the entire room's the cooler.
Oh, nice.
So it's better. I got a buddy that works there now.
He's like, I keep my lunch in there.
Yeah,
Nobody messes with it. It stays cool.
but it was so bad. I was hauling a corpse at least twice a night.
Ugh.
And it was like, I'd have to inventory their items. I'd have to like do all sorts of shit that I really didn't enjoy. It was supposed to be a supervisor job, and the supervisor we had at the current time wasn't worth the shit. He'd check in, clock into work, and then he lived like 2 blocks away. He'd just walk home, and you'd never see him for the rest of the night. He'd show up bleary-eyed at about 5 a.m. right before shift change, make sure everything was okay.
That sounds like something I would do if I if I had the means. If I lived that close, I'd just be like, all right, I'm gonna go on patrol and just go home for a few hours.
He did it a lot. Man, I got to where if I was on the outside shift, and which was the patrol, and you had a car, I just drive the car around. Then after I'd finish my patrol, I just go find a building to park behind and just watch movies all night. I was like, if they need me, they'll call me. I'm within, 500 yards of the freaking hospital.
Yeah,
But my give a fuck slowly went out of me.
the job that I had with the VA, they said, look, you don't have to stay at the VA. If you don't have a run, just be, 5 to 10 minutes away from the VA.
Yeah.
So if we call you for a ride, they're not waiting an hour.
Mm-hmm.
5 to 10 minutes. So I kind of got used to just parking and going in somewhere to eat. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, well, they don't care, so I might as well go to the mall. I'll go to
That
the.
sounds like an awesome ass job. Honestly.
I've got 4 hours to deal with. And there's a store right over there.
Mhm.
I've been to Lowe's and Menards and Walmart, all on company dime.
That sounds awesome.
It's like, I need to go shopping. Let's do it.
If that job paid better, I've been like, yo, sign me right up. I can do that too.
Well, right now there's only 2 full-time employees.
Mhm.
Everybody else is part-time. That's why it wasn't working out.
Yeah, no, that you can't, man. How you can't expect people to be like, yeah, just anytime you feel the need, you got a spare point or spare job, I'll do it. People can't do that. They can't make money that way. You can't live
Yeah.
off that.
And they were needing the van anyway. And I've been keeping the van probably longer than I should have
Mm-hmm.
for 1-2 days a week,
Mm-hmm.
and then sometimes none at all.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you can't make ends meet. That's just not a viable job. But other than that, it sounded awesome.
Oh, it was.
I'd be sleeping. I'd probably go to the park and put the thing back and go to sleep.
Madisonville, I would go hiking out by this little trail. They had some bike trails out there, some hills
That sounds awesome.
out by a lake. I'd go to the mall. I'd go eat. I think I ate at every restaurant in town. I've taken my fair share of naps during the day out in the van.
That sounds. You could go watch a movie even if you wanted to.
Yeah, I almost did that. But the theater in the Madisonville Mall wasn't open until later.
Oh yeah. I haven't been to a movie in probably 10 years.
I haven't
so.
either. I don't know. I think one of the Star Wars was one of the last movies I went to see.
I want to do an episode on why Star Wars sucks soon.
Oh yeah, we can do a multi-part series on that. Like,
oh my god.
break it down from episode 1 all the way to 9, and then all the spin-offs.
Yeah. Dude, I could do that. And then we did I'm so sick that did not come out, the Disney princesses thing. Man, that was a great idea too, but well, we're at the 1 hour and 56 minute point. I guess it's time to shut her down. But here's the deal: the hospital stories I want to do, I will do. That's no big deal. And then that Star Wars sucks. I want to go into great detail on that because that used to be a passion. I used to love Star Wars.
Yeah, same
The
here.
first 3 movies I thought were great. I'm talking about New Hope and the other
Return
one.
of the Jedi.
Yeah.
And all that.
And then George Lucas's new movies came out and they were horrible. And people like to remember them with rose-tinted glasses. But man, that was literally 3 movies about a trade organization not getting to tax people properly. That's all that fucking movie was about. It was shit.
More politics than it was anything.
Yeah. And then there's the new movies, and I have not seen a single one. But either way, we can do shows about that in case you want to nerd out.
Yeah, and comment also like something that you want to hear us talk about.
Yes, please do.
Something that we need to touch on.
Ask a question. Suggest a topic. Do you like to paint, or maybe even draw or doodle?
I can draw a total.
Draw a turtle and a pirate. You get to go to art school.
We can talk about art school.
Yeah, I've never went. There's Lucas went to art school.
Yeah, we can talk to him. Have him as a guest.
Yeah, but yeah. That's a deep fucking cut right there. I don't think anyone's going to get that one.
Oh, no.
That old commercial. Do you like to draw or sketch your doodle?
It's a turtle with a hat and a pirate.
Yeah.
If you can draw them, you're in.
Yeah, I think they would have took it. You could have drawn a smiley face on there and they've been like, he's in. Hey, dude, put pen to paper. You could have probably just smeared blood on it and said, I'm helping. And you'd have got into art college. But anyway, thanks for listening.
Thank y'all.
We should shut her down like we're saying. We're at the 2 hour. Well, thank you for listening. And we will see you again next week, we hope. Bye.
Bye.
The Brookport Best Friends from Brookport, Illinois. I'm gonna talk about some stuff and make a lot of noise. We may be funny, we may be rude, but we got the right attitude. Gonna talk about a lot of crap. Hope we make you laugh and clap.